Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zaim Zulfakar bin Khalili. My metric number is MH18045. I will present my assignment, which is the task topic is engine lubricant oil. Without wasting any time, let's start it. Okay, for for the introduction, lubricating oil, sometimes simply called as a lubricant or lube, is a class of oil used to reduce the friction, heat, and wear between mechanical components that are in contact with each other. Lubricating oil is used in motorized vehicle, which is known as specifically as motor oil and transmission oil. Okay. Before that, let's briefly get into the history of engine lubricant oil. On September 1866, American John Ellis founded the Continuous Oil Refining Company. While studying the possible healing power of crude oil, Dr. Ellis was disappointed to find no real medicinal value, but was intrigued by its potential lubricating properties. He eventually abandoned the medical practice to devote his time to development of an all petroleum high viscosity lubricant for the steam engines, which at that time were using inefficient combination of petroleum and animal and vegetable fats. He made his breakthrough when he developed an oil that worked effectively at high temperatures. This means fewer gum up valve, corroded cylinders, or leaking seal. Okay, first, Dr. Ellis' journey has only just begun in the early 1860s. He went to Titusville to study crude oil's qualities, hoping to find a miracle cure. But he noticed it had great mechanical potential. Dr. Ellis devised a novel procedure that increased the crude's lubricating characteristic by employing steam heat instead of direct heat. Okay, Dr. Ellis immediately found a method to profit from his unexpected finding. In 1866, Ezekiel Kruger Leonard, which is the husband of Dr. Ellis' wife's sister, needed help maintaining his oil refinery in Binghamton. The Continuous Oil Refining Company was formed to produce lubricating oil for steam, engine, and other machinery. Dr. Ellis obtained 4 patents in 2 years for his innovative new product, all petroleum high viscosity steam cylinder lubricant. Capable of working at high temperatures, the days of slaughtering machine parts in animal fat were over. And then Dr. Ellis renamed his product in 1868, seeing huge potential and needed a better name than not animal fat to lubricate your engine. He combined the word valve oil and the suffix "ine" to denote a chemical substance equal to success. So bubbling become a trademark name and an American icon. But being a first wasn't enough for the inventor of petroleum-based engine oil. Dr. Ellis' business plan eventually exceeded the Binghamton refinery, so he established a second refinery in Brooklyn, closer to the burgeoning American Trade Center. Then Dr. Ellis and his son, Wilbur Dixon Ellis, invented manufacture their own petroleum goods, including petroleum jellies, compounded oils, and kerosene illuminants, notably their trademark lubricating engine oil. So he developed branch office and bulk operation in Boston, Chicago, Philadelphia, and San Francisco during the next decade to fulfill increased demand for steam generated power and locomotive. Dr. Ellis was now trading with a corporation in England, France, and Germany. Then Dr. Ellis' finding has gone global. In 1876, Beverly caught the eye of the President Ulysses S. Grant. Beverly earned the top prize for the lubricant technology at the Centennial Exposition in Philadelphia, with a demonstration with the event called steam engines. President Grant started this engine with a Valvoline oil. Dr. John W. Ellis died in 1896 after a second career spanning over the 3 decades. His invention improved American industrial might, but he missed its most crucial cultural contribution. Dr. Ellis invented his steam power invention in the 1860s, when the thought of the combustion power automobile was still in a pipe dream. Even though he never witnessed his invention had influenced American society, his life did coincide with one historic event in automotive history. In 1895, a year before his death, the first official auto race was held just outside Chicago. The winning automobile had Valvoline protection its engine. This is Dr. John Ellis. Okay, this is a short about the life of Dr. John W. Ellis in 1815. He was born in Ashfield, and then 1842 he was graduate from Berkshire Medical College in Pittsfield. And then in the 1860s, he tested and researched crude oil capabilities during the Pennsylvania oil rush. Then in the 1866, he established the continuous oil refining company in Binghamton. Okay, in the 1866 until 68, he received 4 patents for the manufacture of lubricating oil. And then in 1869, he relocated company to Brooklyn, New York, and began expanding. In 1872, he trademarked the Valvoline product. In 1876, he won gold medal at Centennial Exposition in Philadelphia. And in 1878, he won gold medal at Paris Universal in France. And then 1895, the Valvoline powered the winning engine at the first official auto race. And 1896, he dies in the New York City. Okay, this is the original 1 gallon of Valvoline oil can. At the left, you can see this, and at the right, it is the present picture and considered as a vintage can nowadays. Okay, there are 2 categories of lubricating oil, which is number 1, mineral. 2 is synthetic. What is mineral and what is synthetic? Okay, for the mineral oil are directly derived from the refined crude petroleum oil. During the process, natural contaminant and unwanted hydrocarbons are removed. However, mineral oil are thicker and flow through the engine circuit slowly, resulting in increased fuel consumption. And in the other hand, the synthetic oil is a product derived by mixing many synthetic components. They are refined, distilled, and broken down to their basic molecule. The difference with mineral oil resides in the transformation process. Synthetic oil undergoes more sophisticated modification. Okay. Mineral oil versus synthetic oil. For the features, first I would like to tell is a mineral oil, which is ideal for older vehicle model. They are much lower in cost, and they are require frequent oil change. So let's see in the synthetic oil. Synthetic oil contain fewer impurities than mineral oils. Synthetic oil are chemically modified, and then synthetic oil are mainly designed for high performance engines. Okay, before we move to the next slide, I would like to share a short video about mineral oil and synthetic oil. Before that, I would like to okay. This is the video I would like to share. Okay, let's play.
The right oil is vital for the optimal performance, efficiency, and protection of an engine. So, the question is, which oil is right for your customer? Synthetic or mineral? Hi, I'm Clint. Welcome to Automate. Let's push aside the myths and stories so we can determine if there really is a difference and if the benefits of synthetic oil outweigh the additional upfront cost. While the price of synthetics can be far greater than that of mineral oil, the savings in fuel economy and engine wear will mean that over time, synthetic oil can actually be a financial benefit. This is particularly the case in newer vehicles, turbocharged engines, vehicles that frequently drive short distances and stop-start traffic, tow heavy loads, or operate in extreme hot or cold conditions. The ability to withstand both physical and chemical deterioration enables synthetic oil to provide superior protection for an engine over the recommended drain interval. Because of the extensive chemical engineering used in the production of synthetic oil, this results in a superior molecular structure, a lower percentage of additives, and fewer, if any, impurities at all. Synthetics have been proven by recognised independent organisations, including the API, to outperform conventional mineral oil in some very key areas. Like what you see? To gain access to the most advanced automotive technical training available, visit our website and be the best technician you can be.
Okay, that video that I want to share. From this video, we can tell that the synthetic oil is more good than mineral oil. Okay. Okay. After that, what I want to ask is what is a semi-synthetic oil? Actually, there are 3 types of oil on the market rather than 2. Okay, mineral-based oil is simply a heavily refined version of oil sourced from the ground. Semi-synthetic oil is a similar substance but with the artificial additive, while purely synthetic is essentially man-made and designed oil. Okay. Okay, this is the picture. The difference, a little different about mineral and synthetic oil and semi-synthetic oil. Okay, for the mineral oil, it is less expensive and essentially refined crude oil. Synthetic oil is contain additive that make it more tolerant and extreme temperature and aging than regular oil. It will last longer than a regular oil, but it is more expensive. Okay, for the semi-synthetic oil is it blend of synthetic and conventional engine oil, which is it mid-price oil. So basically, many users in the Malaysia use this semi-synthetic oil. Okay, so what is the difference of the engine oil? Okay, as we can see at the picture, for the fully synthetic oil, which is the power is good and stable, which is has a low traction force. In the semi-synthetic oil, which is has high traction force. In the mineral oil, it is the higher traction force, which is we can see this 100% synthetic oil. For the semi-synthetic oil, which is 75 mineral and 25% of synthetic oil. Okay, in the blend synthetic or synthetic technology, now you can see 90% of mineral and 10% of synthetic oil. And in the mineral oil, which is 100% mineral. Okay, for the fully synthetic is oils outperform mineral oils. They protect your engine over a considerably wider temperature range, even beyond its maximum temperature. Mineral oil include contaminants, so they don't degrade as quickly. Their thinner consistency helps save fuel. This formulation are granted for 10,000 kilometer or 5 months. Okay, for the semi-synthetic oil contain a tiny proportion of synthetic engine oil, described in detail. Combined with a mineral oil to improve its qualities without significantly increasing the cost. This improves viscosity and wear resistant at higher temperature and stress, making the to consume up to 7,000 kilometer or 3 months. Okay, in for the mineral oil, this is the most basic engine oil and found in most automobile. It is a type of refined petroleum oil that is treated to operate well in a wide range of the same is true of mineral oil. However, they are often less expensive than the other two types. This engine oil operate well in moderate driving conditions, hot, cool, dusty, hilly, strenuous. It recommend using for 5,000 and 2 months or 2 months. Okay. So what do the viscosity numbers mean? Okay. Engine oil are graded. SAE rank them by viscosity. Viscosity measure the fluid's internal frictions. At room temperature, engine oil have a varying viscosities. They also respond to temperature variation differently. Okay. Oil viscosity is determined by flow resistance, and oil viscosity is defined by two numbers. The first number is W. We can see for at the lubrication oil bottle. Okay, W is for liter. This measurement refers to how cold oil flows, such as at engine startup. The second number describes oil flow at normal engine temperatures. Okay, the fewer the number, the better. At cold start temperature, 5W30 will flow easier than a 10W30, and a 10W30 will flow easier than a 10W40. This is significant because engine oils naturally thicken and thin as they cool. Thin, low viscosity oil protect engine part better in cold weather. Thick viscous oil protect engine better at high temperatures. Okay. This the engine lubrication oil grade. As you can see, the pictures. 10 is the weight that oil emulates in cold temperatures. W here is of strength for winter. 30 here is oil weight under a normal operating condition, which is warm condition engine. Okay. This 810W30 is MSAE 30 weight oil that add like 10 weight oil in the winter. Okay. Number one is 0W20. This engine oil is relatively thinner when you start the engine. Here is 10W20. The viscosity of the oil is 0 when the motor is cool. When the engine reaches its normal operating temperature, the viscosity of the oil becomes 20. Okay, and number two is 0W30. Oil is engineered to behave as a weight oil at the starting temperature and a 30-weight oil when the engine reaches its normal operating temperature. I'm sorry, doctor. The condition here is raining, so I'm sorry if my sound is not clear enough. Okay, continue. For the number three is 0W40. Oil is engineered to behave as a 10-weight oil at the starting temperature and a 40-weight oil when the engine will reach its normal operating temperature. Number four is 5W30. The most commonly available and the most extensively used engine oil in the Malaysian market. Number five is 5W40. The fully synthetic engine oil performs like a 5-weight engine oil. When experienced a cold start, it acts like a 40-weight oil once the engine reaches normal operating temperature. Okay, for the lastly is 10W40. The engine oil offers a 10-weight performance in the full starting temperature. On the other hand, it provides a 40-weight performance at normal operating temperature of the engine. Okay, the summary of the engine lubrication oil is to understanding engine oil and making the right choice for the car can be difficult, but choosing the right engine oil will extend engine life and allow the engine to operate efficiently. Keep this five consideration, which is car manufacturer and series. Number one, driving environment. Number two, number three is type of engine oil. Number four, viscosity grade, and lastly, oil standard. In mind, the next time when looking for the right oil to optimize the performance of your engine. Okay. Thank you. That's all my presentation for the lubrication oil, engine lubrication oil. I hope my presentation will fulfill my assignment task. Thank you, Doctor.